Craig in Boston. Yes, Craig.
I believe that it would behoove the Crafts to announce that within the next 2 weeks they have hired a new general manager to handle the Patriots roster for the remainder of the 2023 and into 2024. And this way, you're not firing Bill, but you're alleviating him from the burden of doing two jobs and honoring whatever contract he has. And you're also providing fans some reassurance that change is on the way.
Okay, I'm just going to stop you. Go ahead, Mazz.
No, thank you. No. Look, again, you don't want to do anything now. Don't do anything now. I got no problem with that part of it. End of the year, push the button one way or the other and call it whatever you want. You want to say it's a mutual parting of ways, or we've traded Bill Belichick, or Bill has agreed to this, or call it whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a firing. I don't care.
Okay. However, I'm going to give you a however. Finish.
But move on.
Okay. And I agree. Don't get hung up haggling for an extra draft pick or something. Like that would be, I would put that on the list of cutting corners. I would put that on the list of this. What's the expression? Pound wise, penny foolish. What
penny wise, pound foolish.
So, like, what does that mean exactly?
It means that you're watching, you're watching pennies and then missing the bigger picture.
Okay,
it's the same as can't see the forest through the trees.
So this is exactly what what happens after the year is that there's a mad dash for the coaches and the GMs and the staffs. It's not a long game process. It doesn't take a long time. The teams that have missed the playoffs and are changing coaches go out and get Black Monday comes the Monday after the season ends. All the guys get fired. All the interviews start. And then those guys start assembling their staffs. And all these assistant coaches who are looking for jobs or available start, going to the highest bidder or start picking sides. And this all happens like it goes. And so if Kraft is sitting there waiting for the best offer for Belichick, or haggling with teams over draft picks, or playing this game where I'm not going to fire you because I want a draft pick in return, and some other team is sitting out there saying, well, why would I trade you a draft pick when you're going to fire him? And Kraft says, well, I'm not going to fire him. And now you're sitting here with Bill Belichick for a couple of months because you're playing this game of chicken because you want a first instead of a second, or a second instead of a third, or whatever. And now stabs have been picked all over the place and, coaches are gone. Like, that would piss me off. Like, don't worry about your return for Bill Belichick. Do whatever you can to get the best staff in here possible, coaching-wise, the whole thing. And so I can already feel myself getting agitated about this, as I know these guys are posturing each other about, I'm not fired. You're not quitting. I fire you. Or I'm fired. You don't quit. No, well, you fired me, so I don't need draft pick compensation. And, the border war and the whole thing with Parcells and Belichick over again. And it's like, don't play that game.
You're getting agitated for good reason. It would be stupid. Seriously.
Pound wise, penny foolish. Thank you.
They should be penny wise, pound foolish.
Thank you.
They should be on the phone. They should be burning up the phones right now. They should be on the phones right now. And by that, I mean lining people up. They should have candidates. And my guess is they're already doing this, but there's I would hope.
It doesn't have to be now, caller, though. I mean, all Robert has to do is just, Bill, from this point forward, any transaction you make has to go through us, which that doesn't violate a contract. I mean, the owner does ultimately have final say. So, that's all. I mean, free agency's over. The trade deadline's over. It's like there's nothing really to do. But that'll be, Kraft. If Bill says, yeah, I've signed, Harold Fenefesi here. I'm re-signing Chris Board to a 10-year, $10 million a year contract. Kraft can say, no, you're not. I mean, you know what I mean? And that's all that has to happen there. But right when the season's over, now, you're right. Like, be ready to go. And don't get caught haggling over the return for Bill Belichick. If that, if it puts the next thing in jeopardy. And that's what would frustrate. And that's what I would want to see now if I'm a Patriots fan.